What a day for the stock market today, guys. We had the Russell close up 3.9%, the S&P and the NASDAQ 3.1% each as the Dow Jones went up 2.8% and the VIX down over 3%. We got a lot to break down in this video. What a day, guys. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your water, stay hydrated, and let's just dive into the video. And by the way, if you all find value, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe and get yourself some free money from Moo, 15 stocks, each up to $2,000 with a $100 deposit. That's linked right down below. And with that being said, let's dive into it. So what a day for the markets today, guys. Holy crap. SPY's completely breaking out on the 20-day chart. Same with Triple Q. We have the Russell up it went up almost 4% on the day. Like I said in the intro, what a day overall, as the VIX is now right under 30 points, right around 29 points as I'm making this video. So let's see what's going on. Let's go to SPY, then we'll talk about Triple Q, then we're going to break down the crypto markets very quickly. Then, of course, after that, we're going to talk about stocks, what I'm looking at, some breaking news from certain companies. So sit back and let's just talk. Let's get into it. So SPY, like I've said many times throughout the course of today, but now that we got the closing price, and you guys can see here, we rallied into the close. We actually hit a fresh high right, I think, at close before. Actually, no, this is right after close. But overall, it doesn't matter. We hit a fresh high at 378 whenever it was. I mean, right around 4 p.m. on the East Coast. And that's very important because it's showing the strength from the bulls. Look at this. We hit 378 rather, right at close pretty much. And what was the high before that? Well, the high before that throughout the entire day was right around 377.50. So the fact that we had a 3% green day is phenomenal, but the fact that we also blew through the highs from earlier in the day right at the close goes to show how strong the bulls are right now, at least in the short term, and that's a very good sign in my opinion. And if I pull up Triple Q, I believe this did the same thing. Let's see here. Actually, no, it didn't. It closed right under 282, right at more like 283, right in that little ballpark, and that was resistance all day for Triple Q. So for tomorrow, if this thing could break out of, let's say, 283, I'll put my alert there right now. Mark is at or above 283. If that point is able to break, and mind you, what do we have here, guys? This is an ascending triangle. You see it here on the intraday chart clear as day. If that point can break on Triple Q, this is going to start moving probably, I'd say, in the short term to 290 to 293, and I actually butchered that line. Let me redraw that. You guys get the point, though, right? 290, 295, roughly in that ballpark. That'd be the next gap. So I'm serious. It's Tuesday. It's early in the week still. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This could happen at some point this week. So set your alerts, 283 on Triple Q, and going back to SPY, let me set an alert here. Might as well put one at, let's see. Where should I put it at? We actually have a big resistance coming up. If I extend this line or draw this line, you can see back in the middle of September, we actually held 380 to 381 as support, and then obviously we broke under it. It became resistance, and now we're about to approach it again, about 380, 381. So actually, that should be a good price for me to put my alert at. Let me do that now. Mark is at or above $382 a share. If we break out of there, guys, there could be some more upside, a good amount of upside from that point on SPY. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you want me to cover any specific stocks, as always, drop the tickers down below. Let me know the company name, and I will cover those stocks in an upcoming video. So let's transition over right now to Webull and talk about what's going on. Oops, wrong tab there. Let's see what's going on in the crypto markets. And as you guys can see right here, this is what? The 15-minute chart on Bitcoin. The crypto markets have been crushing it, right? This thing is up from what? 18,850. That was just a couple of days ago. This is again Bitcoin, and now it's over 20,000. It's pretty much in the mid 20,000s. So in 5 days, or not mid 20,000s. Well, I guess yes, mid 20,000s. I'm not saying 25,000. I mean in the middle of 20,000. You know what I mean, right? Anyway, it's up $2,000 pretty much in the past couple of days. And clearly, a lot of buying pressure has been coming in really the past day or two. A lot of this buying pressure, a lot of the momentum came just yesterday, heading into today, and currently Bitcoin's up almost 4% on the day. So you guys can see it is starting to break 20, which is good. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, on the daily chart, it is still in a downtrend. We're not really showing any significant signs of a breakout. If you ask me, I would still consider this the consolidation phase for Bitcoin. I mean, call me crazy, but look at this chart. It's still pretty much flat over the past month, I'd say. Yes, it is starting to break 20, which is good, but it's really going to have to break 22, 23,000 for me to really start changing my mind on that, because that'd be a break of trend. We'd start reversing from that point, in my opinion, probably to the mid-high 20s, but we're just not there yet. I'm still sticking to that, guys. I've been saying that for the past couple of videos. It's looking good, but we're not fully breaking out on Bitcoin or Ethereum quite yet. You guys can see here Ethereum is at $1,360 roughly. It's up 3% on the day, nothing crazy. And you guys can see it is still in a freaking downtrend. Look at this. You guys see it clear as day. I mean, this thing is still in a vulnerable spot. Sure, it could rally a little bit, 1,400, 1,450, 1,500. It might go to 1,500. That's possible. But at that point, it could be met with selling like what we saw back in the middle of September, where it rallied a bit to 1,800, got hit right at the top of this trend line, as you guys can see, and it got destroyed from there. I'm scared that this could happen again for Ethereum, and for that reason, I'm being cautious with it. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments about crypto. And as always, I'm not a huge crypto guy. I talk about it sometimes, obviously, on the channel. We do little chart breakdowns, but I don't have a significant amount of money in Bitcoin or Ethereum right now. I'm just being completely honest. In fact, I don't have any money in Ethereum. I only have a little bit of Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. I'm mostly a stock market guy, but I do like to cover it a little bit because I know there is demand for Bitcoin, Ethereum here on YouTube. And by the way, if you guys want 12 stocks from this platform right here, which is Webull, I use them for the most part to analyze crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Use that link down below, deposit any amount of money, and you get 12 stocks, which could all be valued combined. If you're extremely lucky, let me throw that out there, but it's possible they could all be valued up to $30,000. So use that link down below, get yourself 12 stocks from Webull and 15 from Moomoo. You might as well get both. They're linked down below, guys. So let's talk about Twitter. Twitter ended up halting. You guys saw that. I covered it in my last video. They halted, and guess what? They unhalted. They unhalted the stock, and it ended up going berserk. You thought it was going up a lot initially when it was up 12% last time we covered it. Well, guess what, guys? It ran up another 10% from that point. Twitter closed at $52 a share, up 22% on the day, up over $9, almost $9.50 on the day. Unfreaking believable day here for Twitter. And let me see when it unhalted. That was at what, like 3 o'clock, maybe a little bit before that. Yeah, about 3:40. Yeah, almost at the end of the day. And it was pretty much, it ran up, then it consolidated at about 50, 52 for the rest of the day. But overall, what we got today was a ton of volume on Twitter, ton of momentum due to, the news that Elon's going to be coming back and buying them for $54.20 a share. It's not 100% official yet, but he's proposing to do that again. And it's going crazy. And at this point, it's going to most likely, I don't want to say for sure, take the highs out from a couple months ago in April, which the highs were right about $55. I don't think for sure it's going to take that high out quite yet unless the deal really goes through, which it might settle in the mid-50s at that point. I don't know. We'll see. But I think it could test it. I think it could test it in the short term, maybe tomorrow even, maybe $53, $54. And we'll see what happens from there, guys. We'll see what happens from there. So Twitter went crazy today, and they actually report earnings this month. Twitter's at the end of the month on the 27th before the market. And make sure to subscribe because we have a lot of earnings coming up this month. We have Twitter, Big Tech, and a lot more. So make sure to subscribe because this month we're going to have a ton of content here on the channel, long-form content and short-form content. And I clearly need some water. My voice... Sorry about that, guys. My voice is screwing up. Cheers, by the way. Stay hydrated, like I said in the intro. Alrighty, you guys see the cruise lines today? Holy crap, cruise lines went crazy. We had Carnival Cruise Line up 13%. Yeah, 13% on the close. We had NCLH, which is Norwegian. Let's pull that up. This up 17% on the day. And we had RCL, which is Royal Caribbean. This one up 17% on the day, 16%, 17 as well. So they ended up lifting the mandates. We're talking vaccine. We're talking, I believe, the COVID test as well. I think they got rid of everything that has to do with, COVID, which it's good. It's good for business. It's a step in the right direction, right? And that's kind of what people are pricing in here. The fact that the pandemic really is not much of a risk anymore. It's kind of in the past, I'd say. Sure, people are still getting COVID, but it's really gotten less, strong. The virus itself. I mean, I had it in August of 2021. August 2021, I had it for the first time, and it was pretty intense. It was pretty intense for the first couple of days. But then I also had it, a couple weeks ago, I think. I forget. It was early September or late August. Again, it was the year after the first time I had it, and it was way less. I mean, it was nothing, really. It was really nothing at all. So this is a step in the right direction, right? And the fact that they're lifting these mandates probably is going to bring more business. And in that case, what's going to happen? More revenue, and they're going to get closer to being profitable again, which RCL looks like they've reported a profitable quarter 2 quarters ago. Then the last 2 quarters, or 3 quarters ago, they reported profitable quarter. The last 2 quarters, they lost a ton of money, and CCL, I think, has been losing money every freaking quarter. They've been losing money hand over fist probably since 2020. I mean, they haven't had a profitable quarter in a long time. Long time. And same with NCLH, which is the one that I just covered. I forget. Yeah, none of these have been profitable, obviously, but at this point, could they get back towards that direction? Hopefully. And, I don't have any position in any of these. Maybe I will consider buying one of them. Who knows? It's kind of more of a gamble play, in my opinion. But we'll see. I just figured to cover them. And if I had to, buy one of these, I'd probably go with CCL if I had to. But then again, I haven't done much research into these recently in terms of looking at their numbers, the balance sheet, income statement, all that stuff. Haven't really dove into all of them recently, but I'm just going to say probably CCL. And maybe I'll make a video solely on the cruise line stocks, and we could dive deeper into them. That might actually be a good video idea. Let me know if you guys want me to make that in the comments down below. So we talked about Las Vegas Sands earlier, which crushed it, 8.8, almost 9% Green Day for Las Vegas Sands. But the other one that we didn't cover, which also did well, is Wynn Resorts. This one had a great day, 10% Green Day, which is awesome. It closed over $70, which is the first time it's done that in months. I mean, since, let's see here, the beginning of June. So we're talking 4 months ago. That's great. So at this point, it looks like Wynn is on track to do exactly what Las Vegas Sands did today. If you guys see here, LVS ran up 9%, like I said, and it broke out. The ascending triangle played out. Wynn is almost there. It's not fully there yet, but it's almost freaking there, guys. It is right there. If this thing takes out, let's say 71, 71.50, $72, it's going to be off to the races, in my opinion. I'm going to set my alert at 71.50, and I'm going to watch it from there. If it takes that point out, we have a lot of upside, in my opinion. Probably $78, $80. That'd be a gap to fill. $83 is another one. So keep your eyes on Wynn Resorts. We also have to watch PDD, which I think I covered a couple of days ago, but today it had an awesome day, so I figured let me do a follow-up. It went up 6% on the day. Clearly, it's now breaking out of both moving averages on the 4-hour chart, and there's no denying the fact that it is ripping. It's moving above the moving averages, breaking out fully. So by the looks of it, PDD could be going towards that $70 to $73 marker, which was where it was at in the beginning of September. So I like it. PDD is one that I'm really looking at right now as a trade. Airbnb is another one which is about to break out, in my opinion, especially if the green overall in the stock market continues. Look at this. We have Airbnb today went up 5.5%. Very good day. And what we're noticing is this is kind of a double bottom at the bottom of the channel here and followed by a breakout. We took out the 50 SMA earlier today. Now we're about to test 115 right by that 180 SMA. If that point can break on Airbnb, I'm going to set my alert there right now. If we could take out 115, there is going to be more upside. I think this could end up going towards the top of the channel here on the 4-hour chart, or at least test where we hit back in the middle of August and in the middle of September, which was right around 127, 28 bucks. That is where this could be going. So my alert set at 115 on Airbnb. And now let's talk about AMD, which I think a subscriber commented AMD in the comments, and we'll talk about another one in a second here, which another subscriber commented. And by the way, if you want me to cover any stocks, let me know in the comments, drop some tickers, companies, and we'll cover them in these videos. So AMD, let's pull it up. Last I checked, yeah, clearly in a downtrend. It just hit a low actually a couple days ago at 62 bucks, and today it went up 3%. Not bad, but even though it went up 3%, guys, it is still not looking good. And you know, a lot of other stocks that we've covered, the charts look decent. They're reversing. You know, I covered a couple of stocks earlier today. What were they? Snowflake looks pretty good. What was it? Twitter, we talked about already. Las Vegas Sands. You know, when these charts look great. But, you know, really, AMD doesn't in the short term, I'll be honest. But that doesn't mean it's not a good play for the long term or even here in the short term. You know, if this green continues in the markets, I think AMD is ultimately going to break out above 70 and probably start going towards 80. I think that would be where I'd play it in the short term. But we're just not showing any signs of that yet. You know, it's not breaking out yet. In fact, again, we're under both moving averages here, unlike some other stocks that we've covered. And if we pull up the 3-year chart, what we're going to notice is, hold on a second, we have a head and shoulders. This worries me a little bit in the short term, right? We have a clear head and shoulders here on AMD. Let's pull it up. I'll draw it out for you guys that maybe can't see it, but you should be able to see it, especially right now. There we go. That's clear as day, and it's trading under the moving averages here on the 3-year chart, so that's a bit worrisome. And if I pull up the max chart, let's see. Yeah, head and shoulders clear as day. You know, it's breaking under here the 50 SMA, so it might see a bounce back, like I said, if the overall rally in the markets continues. You know, I'd play it between 70 and 80 bucks, but at 80 bucks, we might get some selling right there, right by the 180 SMA. I'd be a little bit cautious if this thing were to break 70 and go to 80 bucks. So keep that in mind on AMD. Square, it's another one that another subscriber commented. Square had an awesome day today. 12% green day for Square, closed at 62 bucks, and just a couple of days ago, it was at 53 bucks. So it's now up $10, which for a $50 stock, that's a lot. I mean, we're talking what, 15, 20%? It's up in the past couple of days roughly. Yeah, about 15-ish%. Great move. But like a lot of these other stocks, guys, you know what I'm going to say right now. Square is still in a downtrend. Look at that. Clear as day. Square is in a downtrend. I'd be very careful here. You know, history has shown that we've seen sellers come right where we are now, the 180 SMA 4-hour time frame. But if we end up breaking, let's say 68, 70 bucks on Square, which is totally possible. I mean, today it went up almost $7 on the day. If we have another day or two like this, you know, maybe a couple more green days, Square starts taking 70 out, 68, there's going to be a breakout. I'm going to set my alert at $68 right now on Square. If that point does take out, which nothing is guaranteed, but let's say hypothetically it does, these are some upside targets that I have. We have $70 to $75, $90, $88, $91, which is what I just drew out. So keep your eyes on it. Ticker symbol SQ, and I guess technically it's not called Square anymore, guys. I'm sorry, it's called Block. But either way, the ticker symbol is SQ, which is why I still think it's called Square. So the last one for the video, and if you guys stuck till the end, I appreciate you guys as always. Let me know in the comments. Drop maybe a money emoji or something, or just say stuck till the end if you stuck till the end. I appreciate you guys as always. Monster, this is the last one that's looking pretty decent right now, in my opinion. Monster's ticker symbol is MNST. Today it went up 3%, closed right above 90 bucks a share. And what we're noticing here is, like the other stocks, is this is also in a downtrend. No denying that, but It is right at the top of it right now, actually. It's testing it as we speak. And if this thing does break here, I'd say about $92 to $93, there's going to be a push towards $100 again, which if you guys have been watching my channel, we've actually called out Monster time and time again over the past couple of months, and you know that it has struggled to break above $100. It has struggled seriously for a while at this point. Years, I think. Yeah, years. About, maybe not years, but a year and a half, it struggled at $100. And lo and behold, again, a couple months ago, it hit 100. A couple weeks ago, whenever that was, we failed. Now we're at 91. But I think history is going to repeat itself on Monster, guys. I feel like we're going to break 92. I think this wedge that's drawn out right here is going to play out to the upside, and then we're going to run to about 98, $100 again. I think it's definitely possible. Let's put it that way. It's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed, but I think it's possible. So with that being said, guys, if you all enjoyed the video, I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, join my Patreon if you guys want to get all my buys, sells, call outs, all that good stuff is linked down below on Patreon. And if you haven't gotten your 15 stocks from Moomoo or your 12 stocks from Weeble yet, what are you doing? Those are all linked down below. And with that being said, cheers, guys. I will catch you in the next video. Stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your night. Peace out.